Hello, and welcome to the November astrology forecast. I've decided to go ahead and record these as an audio version because I've run all the charts and I've done all the work. My furniture and equipment will not arrive until sometime next week. I also start back with my clients on October 19th. So the rest of my October schedule is very tight. And so I thought, why not just go ahead and get these done while I'm sitting here waiting for my furniture, because I'm ready to go. I love this new area I've moved into. I can see the Milky Way at night. So I'm really excited about what I'm doing. I'm thrilled about the astrology coming up here in November and especially December and 2017. There is a new wave of energy coming in that we haven't seen before that is absolutely brilliant. And so I really want to get in here and do what I do. So thank you for your patience. I'll be back in November in front of the camera, and I'm excited to be with you. So let's get started. Enjoy and keep looking up. Hi, Scorpio. Happy birthday and welcome to your November astrology forecast. You had a gorgeous Scorpio new moon on October 30th. Now, I'm filming these on October 15th, so it's still out ahead of you, and I love your new moon. The sun and the moon are coupled together with Mercury the messenger in Scorpio, and they're all in positive energy flow with Neptune. This is really good, and there's no challenging aspects to this new moon. In fact, it's also sextiling harmonious energy flow with the North Node in Virgo. So there's a lot of positive energy here, and you get one new moon a year and one full moon a year. And so this is your new moon for 2016. You won't get another one until your birthday in 2017. So this energy is going to be around all year for you. And that speaks to the positivity that is here for you this upcoming year. With Neptune trining positive energy flow, the sun, the moon, the Mercury, this increases your intuition. It increases your vibration. Neptune, even when it challenges, its intention is to raise your vibration so that you expand consciousness. And the higher your vibration, when you cross over into spirit, the higher you go in nirvana. And so we always want to be living our best life that raises our vibration. And this new moon absolutely helps you to do it. And of course, in harmony with that North Node in Virgo, that is about your work, your service to the planet, and your goals, your hopes and wishes, the money you make from the business you own or the money you make from the company you work for. So having your new moon in harmony with the North Node in Virgo and Neptune in Pisces, this is very good for relationships. It's good for love relationships. It's good for friendships. It's serendipitous so that you could find yourself being in the right place at the right time. And things magically happening for you, unfolding for you in very fruitful ways. Now, if it's a sextile, it means you need to put some effort into it. Trine is, you just have to say yes. However, it's so easy that, we're not compelled to take action like we are with a challenging aspect. So, you do want to put some effort into whatever it is your heart is desiring, whether it's a creative project, a new business idea, a love affair, a love relationship, a new friend, new goal, something you've been hoping and wishing for a really long time. Put your energy into it and magic will happen. So this is a very magical new moon. It is increasing your intuition. It's also empowering you to be more accepting of self, more accepting of others. And when we practice acceptance, it releases resistance, which is really good because it's resistance that gets in the way of what you want. When you focus on what you don't have, you create more of that. And that is resistance. So you want to focus on what you want, focus on what is working for you, and then you attract more of that. You attract more of what you want, you attract good things to you. So your new moon is really encouraging you to forgive yourself, forgive others, accept, and trust. Trust in your higher power, trust in your future, trust in the choices you're making. This is a very softening energy too. It's a beautiful energy, and it's very much welcomed after the powerful, intense Aries full moon happening today and tomorrow that is coupled with Uranus, who is the disruptor. So you have a beautiful new moon that is speaking to your future here for the rest of this year and next year, which is gorgeous. And the sun trines positive energy flow exactly with Neptune on November 1st. So as you flow into November, there is tremendous positive energy here for you. And this is about true love. This is about spiritual love. This is about creative self-expression. So get involved in, projects or anything that brings out your creativity, that expands your spirituality, makes you feel really good about who you are, what you're doing, where you're going, and how you're going about it. Now Mars, your traditional ruler, enters Aquarius on the 8th of November. And Mars brings the energy to your foundation because Aquarius rules your foundation, your personal foundation, your inner being, your inner power, your soul power, personal power, how you nurture yourself, your reserves, your emotional reserves, your physical reserves, your financial reserves, your spiritual reserves. So put the action into building up the reserves here in November so that you are, you have those reserves available when you want to take action. And Mars will be harmonizing with Jupiter. Jupiter is in that area of behind the scenes. So this is a good time to work behind the scenes. This is a good time to be working on projects behind the scenes. And maybe you're working in the home. Maybe you're doing something, some project in your home. It's an excellent time to do it. Now that you've had your new moon and you're after the new moon and we're building towards the full moon, this is the time to launch. Launch that new business. Launch that new website. Launch that new project. Venus enters Capricorn on November 11th, and that brings the focus to your communication. Wherever Venus is, she brings love and harmony, smooth things over. So with Venus in this area, you could be speaking with love. You could be finding that you are very empathic with others and kind. Truth is definitely being revealed to you in November here. I'm giggling because you're going to be finding that a lot is being revealed about people, celebrities, politicians, And you're just giggling because you know how intuitive you are or instinctual. And when you have a hunch about someone, you're usually right. And so, you're going to be like, I knew that. I knew that. Hee. So you're just reveling in the truth. You rule truth. You rule emotional truth. So all that truth that's being revealed about everyone, you're having a really good chuckle, and you're thriving in the truth here in November. So let it rain truth, right? And Mercury enters Sagittarius on the 12th. And that's great because that, is in the area of what you love and value, your money, your resources, your inner resources, your outer resources, your talents, your gifts, your abilities. So you could find yourself really focused on your gifts and your talent and how you can maximize those so that you are increasing your earning ability. And that brings us to the Taurus full moon on the 14th. You're going to like this full moon. Pluto, your ruling planet, your modern planet, is trining positive energy flow with the moon in Taurus. This is excellent for you. This is excellent for relationships. So it could, bring a new relationship, but it could also, whoever you're coupled with can make it very healing. There is a deep healing process taking place here in November. And this Taurus full moon is being healed by Chiron and Pluto. Chiron acts like a planet in your astrology. He's an asteroid between Saturn, the past, and Uranus, the future, and he is sextile the moon. And so this is very romantic for you too. So because Pisces rules your area of true love and romance. So, even though full moons don't start new things, there could be someone that's circling you or you've had your eye on for weeks or months. And, as this full moon approaches, you could find yourself getting more connected to that person or actually dating that person. So there's something really beautiful happening here. And again, for those of you that are coupled, this is a gorgeous energy for the relationship because Taurus rules partnerships. It rules people you partner with. And with this Chiron harmonizing with it and Pluto harmonizing with it, you could find that you're going really deep with each other. You're having deep discussions. You're really talking about what's going on with you. You're talking about your deepest desires. You're talking about your deepest feelings. And your partner's like, yeah, I get it. I have those feelings too. And you're just like, whoa, I kind of felt that way, but I didn't know. And now you're feeling really healed and empowered by the connection. Yes, this can be romantic. It can be your spouse, it can be your partner, but it can also be a friend. It can be even a customer or a client that you're finding you're making this connection to, and you're sharing these moments of intimacy where you're sharing experiences together, and just having someone validate you can be incredibly healing, right? When you have someone go, I get what you're going through, I get what you've been through, I really get it. And that's amazing. That is extraordinary. And so I'm really happy for you. And I really like what I'm seeing here for you. You got a fabulous new moon, and then the full moon is great too. So it's a strong time of the year for Scorpios, and it bodes well. Your new moon is your omen for the year. It bodes well for 2017. So you're in a strong position. Now, when we're dealing with Scorpio energy, and you are the Scorpio, it is also about purging, releasing what no longer serves you, letting go, and the whole death and rebirth process. It is all about matter, Taurus, spirit, Scorpio. And so it is about the balance between what you physically need and what is your spiritual needs, your emotional needs. Now, Uranus, the awakener, is making a minor aspect to the sun in Scorpio. Is there any kind of adjustment you need to make in your work? Is there any kind of adjustment you need to make in your lifestyle or your health? Now, it's going to be unique for each one of you because this is a general forecast and each one of you has your own specific birth chart and transits where the planets are right now aspecting that natal chart. And so, what do you need to change in regards to your work, your health, your lifestyle, your daily routine? Is there something in your daily routine you need to change so that you're living your best life? So the Taurus full moon may be bringing that to your conscious awareness of, I need to cut out wheat, or I need to cut out dairy, or, I need to not work so late at night. So there's something going on here in that area for you that's asking for you to make an adjustment so that you are living your best life. And it is all about making right choices, right? Do your choices support your health, your well-being, your happiness, your love? What is right for you, right? It's so important to do what's right for you, because when you do what's right for you, it's right for everyone else. And what's right for you may not be right for me. What's right for me may not be right for you. And so don't look at what other people are doing. Do what's right for you. Right? And Taurus also brings you to what you love and value. Are your needs being met in your partnerships, personal partnerships, business partnerships? What is it that you love and value? What is it that you need? Now, Neptune moves direct on November 19th. That's a subtle energy, but it's really important. And it is in that area of true love and romance, creative self-expression. So you could be finding that things are starting to pick up for you in the love department, in that creativity department, and that's always good news. Then the sun enters Sagittarius on the 21st of November, and that brings the action to what you love and value, your self-worth, self-respect, self-appreciation, your inner and outer resources, habit patterns, possessions, things you own, anything you put the word my in front of. My car, my astrology, my money, my house. And so this is going to be an interesting time because the Sagittarius new moon on the 29th is being challenged by Neptune. I also find it really interesting how these months in 2016 at the end of the year have all the new moons at the end of the month. The Libra new moon was on the end of September. The Scorpio new moon here on the 30th of October, and then the Sagittarius new moon on the 29th of November. Really interesting. So the Sagittarius new moon on the 29th is very different than your new moon because it is being challenged by Neptune. Neptune is challenging the sun and the moon in Sagittarius, and Neptune being direct now has a lot of power. And so you don't want to be making any kind of financial decisions by the end of the month, especially on the 29th. So you want to avoid financial decisions or personal decisions on November 19th, when Mercury is being challenged by Neptune, and then on the 29th or even the 30th, when the Sagittarius new moon is being challenged by Neptune. When Neptune is challenging us, it is very difficult to have clarity or discernment, because Neptune rules spirituality, it rules creativity, it rules the movie industry, the music industry, and it doesn't have anything to do with reality or hardcore decisions. And Sagittarius rules your money, what you love and value, your possessions, what you own. And so with Neptune challenging it, you just don't want to be making any kind of, let's get married, let's buy a house today, let's, invest in this car, hang loose on that, because hours later, after the new moon, the moon will catch up to Saturn, and as about 12 hours later, the moon will catch up to Saturn, and then a week later, the sun will catch up to Saturn, and Saturn is reality. And so you do have Saturn in that area of what you love and value, your money, your earning ability. And so wherever Saturn is where we're being tested, and Saturn examines and tests whatever he touches. And so if we make some delusionary decision with the Neptune squaring the Sagittarius new moon or the Mercury on the 19th, then we pay the piper when we catch up to Saturn, and Saturn says, hey, what was that about? Why did you waste your money on that? Or, why did you believe that person? Or, why did you believe that politician? Why are you falling for it? Wherever Neptune is where we can be fooled. And so Neptune is challenging the Sagittarius new moon, and so you want to hang loose and allow that energy to dissipate, and clarity and soberness and reality returns as we get closer to Saturn. Now there's another energy happening here in November that's amazing, and that is Jupiter is squaring Pluto. So Pluto and Jupiter are challenging each other, and that energy goes exact on the 24th of November, March 30th, and August 4th of 2017. So this energy is going to be around for a while. I really like this energy. It is really, it's amazing, it's uplifting, it is encouraging. Whatever Jupiter touches, he expands. And Jupiter is about expansion, being idealistic, doorways opening for you, and that's very exciting. Pluto, being your ruling planet, as you know, is about obsession, right? Being obsessed about whatever we want. We can be obsessed about cleaning. We can be obsessed about anything. And so on the one hand, this energy is awesome for like going after what you want and achieving your goals and being highly idealistic and being driven. I am going to win that race. I am going to run the 25-mile race. I am going to build that house. Whatever it is, you want to do, this is the energy that can help you do it. It does arouse ambition and the drive to achieve. This energy can take you farther and wider than you ever thought you could possibly go. It makes you strive for power and success. The challenge is, because Jupiter is squaring, we can go over the top. We can be too much. We can be too obsessed. We can be my way or the highway. I'm right. I am so right. I am the most right person I know. Jupiter can make you feel that way. And that pushes people away. And that makes people resist us, right? Because they're like, You're going over the top. You're crazy. You're out of control. And so remember to take people along with you. It's all about the win-win. I win, you win. You win, I win. And don't get caught up in your ideas or your beliefs, because this can make us very dogmatic too. What I believe is right. What everyone else believes is wrong unless they believe the way I believe, you know? That's what causes war on the planet. And so let everyone have their own belief system, because that's what enlightenment is. When we're truly enlightened, we don't need to control anybody. Control is fear. And so stay in your own lane. Don't go running over other people's lanes, right? Stay in your own lane, focus on your goals, and you can achieve great things with this. Now, for you, it is about working behind the scenes. It is about completing projects. It is about using your communication skills, your speaking, your writing, your teaching. It can be about, working in the community, working with your siblings, working with your neighbors, getting in the car and driving somewhere. So, this is a very exciting energy. It's a fun energy, but balance is the key. We don't want to get too obsessed, because this energy is also revealing a lot of truth to you. Secrets are coming out, and, it's just revelation time. But I think for many of you, a lot of these things that are coming to you, you've already known. You've known, but you kept it in your back pocket. You didn't share it with others, and now it's coming out, right? Something you may know about this person or that person, and then all of a sudden, it's all being revealed now. It's like Jupiter is spilling the beans in every direction. It is. I think it's funny. And so use this energy for any writing project you have, or building a website, using social media, podcasting, broadcasting, anything that you want to share with the masses, spread the word. This is a wonderful time to be using those speaking skills, those writing skills, your intuition, your creativity. It's all there for you. Now, Venus is going to couple with Pluto on the 25th. That's going to be a day of revelation. That's another day where you are, finding something out about a relative or a neighbor. If any of you blog, you're going to be blogging quite a bit this month. So for you writers or bloggers or teachers or speakers, you're going to have a lot to say here in November, and you're going to be having like one good chuckle after another, because you're going to be like, I told you so. I knew that. I knew that. And, I think that it's really important. What's that saying? The truth will set you free. At first it may piss you off, but, it does set you free. And it really does. I mean, it's hard to work when we don't have all the facts and we don't have the truth. So let the truth reign. Okay, so for those of you open to love, it is on. And it's been on. It's been on in October. It's really strong in November. It could be like this twin flame love or soulmate love. It feels like true love, spiritual love. So get ready. For those of you couple, this is a beautiful healing energy for you. And you could be finding that you're just in love with your partner. You're just so madly in love with the person that you're with. And it's healing, it's magical, it's intimate, it's deep, just how you like it. Money looks good, is you do have Saturn there, and, he can, delay things. So, you just got to work with it until he gets to Capricorn. But that doesn't mean he's going to block your money. But, I find that people that are too focused on money, that's when Saturn usually whacks you. But if you're not greedy, then you're gonna be fine with Saturn in that area. He's helping you to figure out, what do you want? That sounds like a simple question, but many people don't know. So what do you want? What do you love and value? And with the Mercury being challenged by Neptune, don't spend on the 19th, and then on the 29th, don't make any kind of financial commitment on that day or personal investment. Use that energy for your creative projects, your spirituality, lovemaking. It's great for that, not good for business decisions or financial decisions. Spiritually, it's all there for you. Jupiter is in that area that is about working behind the scenes, working with your subconscious, working with your past lives, working on other dimensions. Doorways can open into other dimensions, and you can have access to Akasha, the past, the future. It's all there for you. Health is good, if there's any kind of adjustment you need to make it at the full moon. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, favoring, sharing, and Google Plussing my podcast, Scorpio. You're terrific. Thank you for subscribing. You totally rock. And if you would like for me to take a detailed look at your astrology, your solar return chart, what's coming up here for you next year, it's very easy. The link is below in the Show More section. You go to my astrology page, you purchase a consultation. Upon checkout, you get the link to my schedule, and we're working together. Or if you're interested in coaching, you want to focus on a project or a business idea, it's very easy. The link is below in the Show More section. You go to my coaching page, you purchase a session. Upon checkout, you get the link to my schedule, and we're coaching you. So until next time, Scorpio, happy birthday. May this be your best year ever.